What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps out. Like the video. So I've been covering Andrew Tate and him being in Romanian prison. I've done multiple videos updating. However, today we got potentially some huge updates to the story. Now, I haven't made a video on this topic for a little bit, so let's start with some things that I missed before we get on to what happened today. So one article came out about Andrew Tate and the women who had been accusing him. The headline reading, 2 women who denied being trafficked by Andrew Tate and his brother and insist they worked for him willingly are victims and have been brainwashed, Romanian judges rule. The 2 women did not recognize that they were being enslaved, the court ruled. A clinical psychologist reports that they were left traumatized and exploited. Now, that is a crazy headline if I've ever read one. The article goes on to say 2 young women who denied being trafficked by Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan did not understand that they were enslaved as they had been brainwashed, Romanian court has ruled. The 2 women both claim that they worked voluntarily for Andrew and Tristan Tate, but a report prepared by a clinical psychologist said they were both left with trauma and did not recognize that they were being exploited. The brothers and their alleged female accomplices, separate from the 2 outlined in the clinical psychologist report, appeared at the Bucharest court yesterday, where their appeal against the judge's decision to extend their arrest a second time was turned down. This article was from weeks ago. The clinical psychologist's assessment was described as extrajudicial evidence, but judges at the Bucharest Court of Appeal did take the report into consideration over yesterday's decision. One of the 2 women was originally from the US and had been attracted to Romania by Tristan Tate, the court heard. The Romanian prosecutors considered the 2 women as victims of Tate's brother, despite their claim that they worked voluntarily for the 2 men. The magistrates took the clinical psychologist report into account and ruled that they did not speak knowingly and had been brainwashed through their exploitation. The court said this was due to the brothers' recruitment process of making their alleged victims fall in love with them, where they falsely claimed to want a relationship or marriage. The Romanian court ruled, although the named woman 1 and woman 2, both in the statements given before the criminal investigation bodies as witnesses and through the authenticated statements given before the notary and submitted by the defense to the case file, denied any form of exploitation on the part of the 4 defendants. The collegial panel of rights and freedom appreciates that these statements do not reflect reality. It is known that in the case of lover boy or falling in love recruitment method, the victims of human trafficking do not always recognize the fact that they were enslaved and exploited and do not cooperate with the judicial bodies, attesting to the idea that these activities were carried out voluntarily. I mean, that alone is fucking crazy. You have these women saying that, you know, nothing happened. However, apparently in cases like this, it's kind of common because they get brainwashed. So that article came out and that was a big deal. A lot of people saying it was suspicious, saying that maybe Andrew Tate had a point and that he was actually being set up by the Romanian police. You know, since the victims are coming out and saying nothing happened, but they're saying, well, yes, it did because you were brainwashed. However, a brand new piece of alleged evidence through wiretaps on Andrew Tate's victims have people thinking that the Tate brothers have been framed. I first saw this from a tweet from @censoredmen. Breaking: wiretaps reveals that both the US women and UK/Moldovan women plan to frame the Tate brothers. These documents are crazy. Other reports such as, it looks like the Tate brothers were framed and the cops had the evidence of innocence for over 6 months. The boys are innocent. The police have been sitting on evidence that the girls plotted and planned to frame the Tates, yet they still prolong the detainment of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. Insanity. Anyone keeping up with the Andrew Tate case know whether these messages are legit and where they came from. A filing, police report. The alleged source is 2 of the Tate accusers and the allegations are conspiracy. Haven't kept up, that's why I'm asking. And yeah, that is the question. Where have these come from? But the source that the initial tweet I showed linked was to a Romanian news site. And I translated it, and let's read what it has to say, as well as going over the wiretap. Unbelievable wiretapping of victims of the Tate brothers / exclusive documents. 2 of the girls who claimed to have been victims of the Tate brothers were intercepted discussing how to make fools of themselves before the police descended, but also how they were determining how to disguise themselves so as not to be recognised after the law enforcement raid. The young women who claimed to be victims of the Tate brothers had some very interesting discussions. The girl from the USA and the girl from the Republic of Moldova were discussing how to fool around. The mother of one of the girls put this one on the wall. Now, this is obviously, the translation is a bit fucked. We just have to make do with what we got, and you'll see the evidence yourself when I read it out. It's already in English, the evidence, so that's fine. In several wiretaps, the two young women who claimed to have been victims of the Tate brothers shared secrets and offered various advice to help them in their chosen careers. After finding themselves at the center of the scandal of major proportions, the two were caught trying to figure out how to disguise themselves so they wouldn't be recognized by fans on adult sites. So these are the alleged wiretaps of the victims of Andrew Tate and what they say. So it's Aliona and Bear are the first ones. And it says 2 days before the first raid. Here we go. So Aliona, you are a good actress. Aliona, true. Bear, I practiced. Perfecto. Question mark. Aliona, just play it cool. Bear, got it. Aliona, like you don't know anything. Aliona, play dumb. Bear, I'm going to pull some tears out. Aliona, question mark. Bear, and play dumb. Bear, good advice. Thank you, babe. Next one was 1 day before the first raid. We are so good, though. We need a fucking Oscar. Let's go. Let's just go play it cool. And change my name so it'll not start with A. Lol, got it. Yeah, I told you to be like saying a nice message and that we are hurt or shit like that. And that we do love them but just don't like the situation. So they will not think we are really against them, you know? Yeah, that's smart. Play the victim, I mean we are. But like, yeah, act like we still love them and stuff. Bear, haha. I mean we are. Wait, what? After the first raid. Bear, tomorrow we should wear makeup and sunglasses so nobody really notices what we look like or who we are. Aliona, yeah, I guess. Lol. We are writing a movie ASAP. Yep. For sure, we have to. I'm dying inside. Bear, I'm dying inside. Let's email Netflix ASAP. Hulu, Amazon Prime. Emma Gabby talking to her family. So the article describes this second wiretap as in another conversation held by the young woman from the USA with her mother, the victim of the Tate brother is confronted by the woman who accuses her of setting the authorities on fire. So the translation is a bit fucked, but what I understand, this is a conversation between one of the victims and her mother. Authorities on fire doesn't mean literally. It means like riling them up, you know, getting them going. Look, I know you don't believe I can handle this, but I can. I'm not so concerned. Tristan doesn't really care if I leave. Going because we made the brothers believe we are in love. They think we'll run back. My main concern are coming from things some girls are saying. It's a lot to explain, but we will be out of here fine. I don't think they care that much if we leave anyways, which is why I feel okay. I will make the call and do the right thing in the situation. Right now, we both want to be in London. The mum, allegedly, quotes, go to London, but why have all the American embassy on alert? You are causing a major upheaval because the Marines and all-American squad is on the go now. Fuck it, Emma. Fuck it. You called. I didn't. Mum, I want to leave to London. So you called. That's on you. Tell them to come Tuesday when we leave. They can see everything. Look, if you stop me from going to London, expect me to disappear. I want to go to London. How dare you put me in danger like that? You called, not me. Go to hell, Emma, with your arrogance and ignorance and bullshit. Go to somewhere or Bangkok or Bora Bora. Who is stopping you? The whole American embassy is on alert. Shame on you. That's your fault. Thanks. So yeah, that conversation was a bit more hard to understand. It seems like what I can understand, the mum's mad at one of the victims because she's got like the American embassy on alert, but she's trying to leave to London or something. But yeah, these wiretaps are crazy. We have conversations of them saying that they're like actors and they deserve an Oscar, that they want to sell stuff to Hulu, Netflix and stuff like this. At the moment, we don't know if it's concrete evidence or actually where it's come from. But Andrew Tate's ex-girlfriend, you know, who's been backing Andrew Tate throughout all of this, has also released a video about it. New video released by Andrew Tate's ex after seeing the leaked WhatsApp messages by the US and UK Moldovan woman. She is furious.
The screenshots have been leaked today from the girls who framed Tristan and Andrew from the human trafficking and rape. The very same two girls who accused them of these things, the screenshots between them two have been leaked today, where they're talking about how they're going to play this, how they're going to frame, they have planned to frame them, and how they're going to do it. There's a discussion, you can see it on the screenshots, where they're saying, are you good actors? Asking each other if they're good actresses, how they're going to let the tear come out and all that kind of stuff, how they're going to get an Oscar for it, how they're going to contact Netflix and Hulu to get the best deal. And not only that, one of the girls also been messaging mother at the same time while she was talking to the other girl, how she is not kidnapped or she's not being human trafficked. And her mother ended up calling the embassy, American embassy, and even her daughter was like, you did it, I didn't tell you to. And she was like, what? Well, then why are you causing all of this like massive problem if you're not being trafficked? Like, why are you causing this massive like a problem with embassy and panic if nothing is happening? And so she's just goes to saying like, it's your fault. Like, you can see it in the screenshots, because she even herself said in those screenshots, they do not care if I leave. And then Mara goes on like, then why are you causing all of this? You can see it all in the screenshots, how she's telling her mother, they don't care if I leave. It's your fault that you call the embassy. Her mother's saying, why are you causing all of this and if there's no problem? And her talking to that other girl, saying that if they're good actresses, they're gonna have a deal with Netflix and Hulu. This is fucking this is disgusting. Those two women should be pulled in a jail, not the boys. I think we all know at this point, I've knew this all along, they're innocent. This is a fucking joke. The fact that these screenshots have been now leaked and they're showing nicely how they framed them is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting, and I don't understand it in my mind how they're still in jail. How are they still in jail? They're not even charged. They're not even charged. And now after this, I don't understand. I do not understand. And if there's anybody who should pay for it, it's them two girls.
Yeah, she's clearly very mad, and she interprets her messages probably a bit better than I do. And she says that it's proof that they are trying to set up and frame Andrew Tate. She is right. There are messages where they say they don't mind, like Tristan Tate won't mind if they leave, which would go against, you know, them being forced to stay, etc. But at the moment, I'm just going to present this evidence. You guys make of it what you will, because this case is just ongoing and there's so much going on. We'll really have to see what happens. However, if this is real, I'm sure this evidence could be used by Andrew and Tristan Tate's defense. Andrew Tate got wiretapped. Now the victims apparently got wiretapped. This shit is crazy. This whole story is fucking nuts. Leave a like if you think this story is fucking nuts. I will keep you guys updated with big updates on this case. I have been doing it, so any more updates, make sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, like the video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, fuck off.